Hey there everyone, this is Nick as founder and CEO at Hitgoc. So in previous video we saw how to work with reduce method, right? So it was kind of it with the methods that we can use with arrays, right? So last one was reduce function, right? There are pretty much more methods, but these are some of the important that we can use with some of the big or complex web applications, right? So coming up next is the objects in JavaScript, right? So we have pretty much come far with arrays. I've explained how we can work with arrays. Now we're gonna look forward to objects and its methods, functions, like we did with arrays, right? So let me just clear this one out. And for the objects, let me just describe what objects are. Same, the declaration is same. We can call something like uh let's call it data, right? So yeah, data, or maybe let's call it okay, let's call it data of, I don't know, cars, something like that. Or let's call it data, let's make it simple, right? So objects are being they are written in curly braces. These are called curly braces, right? So when it comes to arrays, we got these square brackets, right? But in here, when it comes to objects, we have curly braces, right? So yeah, something like this. So what do we have in between these curly braces? So we can define basically data in it, right? We have key value pairs. What do we have? We have key, sorry, keys and values pairs, right? Something like that. So keys and values pairs are basically like, let's call it name. They are basically separated by colon, right? And the value, let's call it my name, Nikas, right? So we can basically assign multiple key values pair inside this data object, right? And then we can basically use the key value pairs inside this data object uh, to print or basically use it anywhere in our web application, right? So yeah, so let's say name, right? Like as, let's call design or designation, whatever you may like, right? Founder. I'm not flexing here, guys, but I don't know what to write here else, right? Founder and CEO at Hitgoc, something like this. And it's my age. Okay, I'm not at all flexing over here. I'm 21, right? So some sort of data like this, right? So uh yeah, so keys are basically name, this it's designation, right? So yeah, or we can call it role, right? Or designation, whatever you may like. So name, designation, age, these are basically key value pairs, right? Sorry, these are basically keys, right? And their values are Nikaz, founder and CEO at Hitgoc, 21 respectively, right? So for the key name, we have the value Nick as, and for the key designation, we have the value founder and CEO at Hitgoc, and for the key age, we have the value 21, right? Or we can, when it comes to numbers, we can just neglect this inverted commas part, right? And we can directly write the number over here in order to treat this value as a number, right? Right. See, property number, and when it was string, it was a string. Cool. So yeah, it's 21, right? Now we can basically console.log. We can basically use the property inside this of this data object, right? In order to print it, we can call name. Then in order to access the name property or the name key, of the data object, we need to first call the data, then hit dot. Now we can access these many properties of the data objects, right? We need to access the name, data.name, right? Console.log designation, right? It's data.designation, console.log h data.h. So I'm 21. Cool. Hit save. Now we can check the output in the live server, and there we go. Okay. Check the console. There we go. So let me just expand it a bit. Yeah. So name is Nick Eyes, designation founder is because he is 21. So this is how we work with objects, right? This is an object basically, right? So these are basically, different from arrays. We even have an array of objects, of multiple objects, right? So we can basically assign multiple objects inside an array, right? So we're gonna talk about this thing later, right? Till now, this is how we can use objects in array, and we cannot map objects, right? For, in order to apply some loop or method on this object function object on this object, right? So we have something called for in loop or for off loop, something like that, right? So we're gonna talk about it later, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it about the objects. That's the introduction part, right? So yeah, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next upcoming videos. Peace out.